Claire and Marisa are both waiting to get a rebound during a basketball game. If the height of the basketball hoop, so follow along with the picture on the right, the basketball hoop is 10 feet. The angle of elevation between Claire, this one's Claire, and the goal is 35 degrees, which we marked right here. And the angle of elevation between Marisa and the goal is 25 degrees. How far apart are they standing? How far is Marisa from Claire? And that is represented with the letter X right here. First of all, I don't even know why they're standing here. They should be getting the rebound right here. But that's not the point. Let's try to solve for X. If that picture is confusing, I would redraw it without all the characters and all the extra fluff. It would look something like this. And I gave you a clue on what to find first. In order to solve this problem, we have to find this distance first. It wasn't labeled here, so I just chose the letter Y. We need that distance first before we find X. So let's just focus on Y. And if you have an eraser or if you can redraw it, just redraw it like that. We're gonna find Y first. And busting out SOHCAHTOA, the awesome acronym. SOHCAHTOA. That one you're going to have to remember. It's just an acronym to help you remember which one to use out of sine, cosine, and tangent. This is the angle right here, and we are given the opposite. I'm going to label that right here. We're given the opposite, and we're given the adjacent length. And if you look in the acronym, the only thing that I can use is tangent, because that has opposite and adjacent. So we can set up the first part like this. The tangent of 35 degrees equals opposite, which is 10, divided by my adjacent, which we're going to label Y. And from there, our goal is to solve for Y. How do you solve for Y? Well, if it's in the bottom, you get rid of it by timesing. So I'm going to times by Y, and I'm left with Y times the tangent of 35 degrees equals 10. Because these are going to cancel off. The last part is just to divide both sides by the tangent of 35 degrees, and we get the value of Y. Just make sure your calculator is in degree mode. I made that mistake earlier. So go to press mode and then scroll up to degree. Unless you have one of those TI 30s, then you can just punch it right through. Second quit, and now we can type it in. 10 divided by tangent of 35, which we can round up to 14.28. All right, now that we know Y, we can move on. Let's redraw the same picture, except now we know Y. We know Y that we rounded is about 14.28. And now we're trying to find the distance right here, right? We're trying to solve for X. That's the main goal. So at this point, we no longer need this, so you can erase it and try to redraw the triangle like that. So again, you don't need this part anymore. We already took care of it. And we're going to set it up like this. So there's my angle. And once again, I have the opposite from this angle. And I got the adjacent. The adjacent is going to be this and this together. Or we can add them. X plus 14.28. I'm given my adjacent. And that is once again tangent. Here's the setup. Tangent of 25 degrees equals the opposite length is 10, but my adjacent length, and it's okay if you have an expression down here, you got X plus the length that we found earlier in the problem, 14.28. Doing some simple algebra from here, and we got our answer. We're going to get X, don't worry. To get rid of these two terms at the bottom, we can multiply both sides by X plus 14.28. That's going to knock that out. That's going to cancel. I'm left with X plus 14.28 in parentheses times the tangent of 25 degrees equals 10. Because remember, these canceled out. From there, I can get rid of that tangent first by dividing both sides by the tangent of 25 degrees. Almost there, guys. Bear with me. And I'm left with X plus 14.28 equals 10 divided by the tangent of 25 degrees. Very last step, subtract that 14.28 on both sides, and the rest of it we can take care of on the calculator. So x equals 10 divided by tangent of 25 degrees. Press enter and then subtract 14.28. X equals 7.17. Hope that problem helped. And it's just a lot of redrawing with these questions and really visualizing what the word problem is saying. But the rest of it is not too bad. If this helped, throw a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.